Hello everyone, this is The Question, and I am back with my manga haul for the month of October. Pretty decent sized bunch of pickups this month. We've got stuff from Merry Manga, from Alibris, from Barnes & Noble, Kino Kenia, and also from some used bookstores. So lots of interesting releases. Let's get right into what I picked up. Okay, so first up, I have an order of stuff that I picked up from Merry Manga. If you haven't used them before, they're a great smaller manga online store. They have great prices, ship in a decent manner of time, always well packaged. So first off, we have The Tree of Death Volume 2. I read Volume 1, really enjoyed it, and I had Volume 3 pre-ordered. Somehow I missed getting Volume 2, so I went ahead and added that to my order. And then the whole rest of the order is all one series that was just reprinted by Viz Shoujo Beat, and that is all of Hanakimi and these 3-in-1 omnibuses. Really great spines compared to the singles. The singles just have white spines, and if I'm not mistaken, the final volume wasn't available in singles. You actually had to get the omnibuses to get that. So I went ahead and ordered this whole series, which had been kind of hard to find before they got reprinted. And I think paper quality is a little thinner on these ones compared to the singles, but nothing that really affects my reading. And like I said, the spines are quite a lot better, nice colored spines compared to the pure white of the singles. And here is the final one. Like I said, 22, 23 after school. I think After School was not available in singles, but I might be wrong. So that was it from Merry Manga. Okay, next up we have a small stack of stuff that I got directly from the Starfruit website. I'm not going to go into too many details, but I highly recommend you don't order stuff directly from the Starfruit website. It's a nightmare to use. The info on it is outdated. I had all these pre-ordered, and 2 years later, I'm just finally getting some of these books. So if you're interested in Starfruit Books works, they do release, or they do come out with a bunch of interesting works, Hideshi Hino stuff. Just wait till it's already released. Don't buy anything directly from their website. Like, I mean, do whatever you want, but I highly would not recommend you doing that. I've had now multiple problems with their website. So first off, we have Not All Girls Are Stupid, which I finally got, which has been out for I think 2 years now. Finally got my copy shipped. We have this little pamphlet, Chieko Show, which has been out for years. And then we have these two thin, When Pink Rain Falls. This one, and this is a very, like you can see, very thin. And then they sent me volume 2. So that was it from Starfruit Books. And yeah, I canceled everything else I had pre-ordered from Starfruit Books. And I'll just wait till it's out at Merry Manga, something like that, to pick up their works going forward. Okay, next we have a stack of stuff from Allibris, all cat themed. I was needing one volume here, and then I went ahead and just went through all my series of stuff that I was missing volumes. I went ahead and added a bunch of stuff just to get the free shipping. So first we have Plum Crazy, Tales of a Tiger Striped Cat, Volume 2. We have Nyankees, Volume 6, the final volume. I think I only had Volume 1 of this previously, and I was wanting to get all of this series, so now I had 1 and 6. I was missing a few volumes of My New Life as a Cat, so I was missing Volumes 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6. And then I also got 2 volumes of a full color series. This is Wonder Cat Kyu-chan. So we have volumes 7 and then also volume 8. So that was my cat themed order from Allibris. So that was everything there. Next up, we have a stack of stuff I picked up from local used bookstores. The majority of it is all one series, and that is a Viz series under their shoujo line before Shoujo Beat. So we have Kari, I think it's Kari First Love. So this is a series that I've been meaning to pick up for a while. Looked interesting to me, and then they had the whole entire set at the used bookstore for, I think, less than $5 a volume, so a really good price. And there's definitely some yellowing. There's a few kind of you know, shelf wear here or there, but in pretty good shape otherwise. Really nice bright colors on the covers. Like this one here is probably the worst one. The cover's kind of got some peeling to it. And this series isn't super expensive. Like you can find a full set of this online for under retail. So this isn't a super hard to find series, even though it is older. And then there's the final volume. So yeah, so I got all 10 volumes. This one's got a bent back cover, all for a super cheap price. So I'll go ahead and check this series out. And then I also found another volume of this Nyankees with volume 2. So now I have 1, 2, and 6. And then also I grabbed these 2 volumes. I don't know anything about this series, but I just randomly grabbed them. And that was Voiceover Seiyu Academy. I got volumes 1 and volume 2. So I don't know how long this series goes for, but just looked interesting. And that was all my local used bookstore pickups. Next up, we have one pickup that I ordered directly from the Kino Kenia store, and that was the Kino Kenia exclusive variant of the guy she was interested in. Wasn't a guy at all. I'm sure if you know, this is an incredibly popular, incredibly hyped new series. We've got the green ink in it. It is a Yuri school series. Just really nice artwork there. And this is a exclusive cover that was only through Kino Kenia. And then it also came with this board here with autograph. Just a really nice. They do this with, I've gotten these same boards with some other variant covers that they've had, like some Junji Ito stuff. They also do these little boards with it too. So that was everything from Kino Kenia, just the one item. Next up, we're going to move on to the Barnes & Noble stuff. First off, we have seen some older, not super older, but some non-pre-orders that I picked up from the website. And most of these are Yuri series that I had bought and never completed, or just some stuff that I had been recommended that were Yuri series. So first up, I had the first 3 volumes of Assorted Entanglements, which is an anthology Yuri series. So I grabbed the rest of the volumes that were out. So that's volume 4, volume 5, and volume 6. And then I had been recommended this one shot, and that is I Love You So Much I Hate You. This is another Yuri one by Yen Press. I think this is a few years old. We have The Summer You Were There, volume 4. So this, I really loved volume 1 of this, and I have 1 through 3 and then 5, but I just had never ordered volume 4, and volume 6 is the final volume. So when volume 6 comes out, I'll go ahead and reread this. But yeah, I really enjoyed this series, and I just was missing volume 4. We have another Yen Press Yuri anthology, and that is Whenever Our Eyes Meet, A Woman's Love anthology. So another one that I heard some good stuff about, so I went ahead and ordered it. And then we have one more cat one, and that is Wonder Cat Q-Chan Volume 3. So I was missing this volume, and this one actually was getting kind of harder to find. I saw like people selling this for like double retail price online, but Barnes & Noble still had some copies. So I went ahead and ordered this before it got a little harder to find. So that was it from kind of the older stuff that I picked up from Barnes & Noble. Okay, next I'm going to go into my Barnes & Noble pre-orders, but normally I do those in alphabetical order. I pulled 2 out that I'm going to do before I do the alphabetical order ones, and these are both from a brand new publisher called Kana, who is part of a bigger imprint, and they're just now releasing their own manga under this Kana imprint. So I went ahead and grabbed their first 2 releases, which both looked interesting to me. A lot of the times with some of these manga imprints, they're quality releases, but they're just not really, don't really look that interesting to me. But this one, both of these kind of piqued my interest. First off, we have Manga Haul. This is a smaller release, kind of smaller, that maybe a little bit smaller than a standard manga, but really nice. It's got a dust jacket. I really like, I know some people don't like the floppiness of some of these manga, but I actually really enjoy the floppiness. It makes it easier to read. The Alien books, the couple ones of those I picked up, the paper is so stiff that you really have to like use all your hand strength to force it open while you're trying to read it. Whereas this one is very floppy. So, you know, the paper quality is still good, but it's just a lot easier to read with how easy it opens. And like I said, this one has a dust jacket. So this one's Manga Haul. And then the other one they have is also got a dust jacket. This one's a little more oversized, you can see, compared to Manga Haul. So this one is Leviathan. This one's probably about a Viz signature size, maybe a little bit bigger, but it has black, kind of like the Death Note editions. So again, really great artwork here. Another one, really easy. It looks like going to be to read. This I think is more like sci-fi horror. But yeah, really interesting releases. I have not got a chance to read either of these yet, but I'm really interested in checking both of them out, and never going to be upset about more manga publishers bringing manga over to us. I think both of these are shorter series. I think Leviathan is only a 3-volume series. I can't remember how long Manga Haul is, but I'll definitely read these in the next few weeks. Okay, and now we're going to go to my giant stack of pre-orders. First off, we have Cat Plus Gamer Volume 6. This is a cute cat Dark Horse release. Comes fairly slowly, but it's really cute. We have Cinderella Closet Volume 7. I think Volume 8 is the final volume. This is a really fun series. Yeah, I'm pretty sure either Volume 8 or Volume 9 is the final volume, but I really enjoyed the volumes I read of this. We have another volume, and Even Though We're Adults, Volume 9. This one is weird. I have Horimiya, try to say that, Volume 17 in this really nice kind of special edition. The thing that's weird about this is that I have not read Horimiya. I actually had meant to get the whole set of Horimiya, and the person I was buying it from ended up not selling it to me. So I forgot that I had pre-ordered this Volume 17 that I was going to get at the, you know, I was expecting that I was already going to have the first 16 volumes. So now I have this. I'm leaving it sealed just until I actually start reading their main series and decide if I actually enjoyed enough where I'm going to want to open this up. Otherwise, I'll just, you know, sell the whole series to someone and have this one stay sealed. Next up, we have H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu by Go Tanabe, and these really nice Dark Horse releases. My only worry is I'm going to have a really hard time going back to these really tiny releases after checking out the fantastic Dark Horse Deluxe version they've done of these, and I assume they're going to do more depending on how that one's sold. So I assume we'll probably end up seeing all of the other Dark Horse releases in that deluxe size. So yeah, these are just fantastic artwork. But as you can see, like when you have this type of detailed artwork in these small little books compared to a large oversized one, it definitely is easier to appreciate the artwork in the larger size. Next up, we have I cross-dressed for the IRL meetup. This one just looked interesting. It looked cute. I actually didn't realize it was like an oversized. This was like a 2-in-1 release from Kodansha. So like it says on the back, a lighthearted comedy about love, friendship, gender, nonconformity, and what it means to be your true self. So there is that. We have a final volume, Kimi ni Todoke From Me to You Soulmate, Volume 3. This is the final volume of the follow-up series. We have A Man and His Cat, Volume 12. Another adorable cover here. I think I've mentioned this. The first 5 volumes was like one of my favorite series, and then I was waiting for the series to conclude before I was going to read anymore. And so I'm just in holding pattern, waiting for this series to conclude so I can actually get caught up with it. Next up, we have Manga biographies, Charles M. Schulz, the creator of Snoopy and Peanuts. So Udon put out these manga, is starting to put out these manga biographies, and this one is on the creator of Peanuts. Really nice looking release. My only annoyance with this is that nowhere on the cover, the back cover, the spine, does it actually say who the manga creator is who did this work. Like, you know, this was made by a mangaka, and there's no, the only name we get on here is the Peanuts creator. Even on the back where you've got all this room to put who actually worked on this, you know, on this manga, the only place that it's actually at is in the very back of the book. Then you can see here who actually, Yuzuru Kuki is actually the person who did this manga, but it's like, you know, that would have been nice to at least put somewhere on the back of the book, if not on the front. So this just looks interesting. You know, obviously growing up, I really enjoyed Snoopy and Peanuts, but just looked like an interesting thing to pick up. We have another cat series. This is Monster Cats of Volume 2, another one of these full color releases. This creator, Pandania, has like 3 different of these cat series. They all look very similar, all coming out under 7 Seas. Actually, there's one that's coming out under Dark Horse. So next we have a really fantastic looking hardcover, and that is My Name is Shingo Volume 3. Can't wait till we get all this. I'm saving this and just going to read through it. I've enjoyed almost all of his work that I've read, so I'm just going to wait till this is completed and binge through it. Next up, we have some more. We're going. This is probably going to break the record of the most cat manga that I've had in one haul. My New Life as a Cat Volume 7. We have Night of the Living Cat Volume 5. Really funny series. Definitely check this one out. We have a new series that is cat themed, and this one I knew nothing about, but I heard tons of people recommend this one. So this is Nukuzuki Volume 1. This is a One Piece book series. We have the final volume of Parasite in these full color collections. I've read through this series in the singles, but I'll definitely reread it now that these full color editions are completed. If you haven't read this, great sci-fi horror series, you know, either version, color or in the original black and white, I'm sure is going to be a great way to read it. We have another highly anticipated omnibus volume, and that is Red River. People have been wanting this to get reprinted for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to checking this series out. We have Sketchy Volume 4. I think I've talked about this in previous hauls. Really enjoyed Volume 1. I think this one is either 5 volumes or 6 volumes, so once it's completed, I'll go ahead and binge through it all. But really great covers. I like how the really bright kind of covers, the color pops on these covers. Speaking of bright covers, this one is probably one of the best looking Tokyo Pop releases I've ever seen. This is A Smart and Courageous Child. Just the colors on this are really fantastic. The paper quality is really fantastic. It is in color, just a really nice looking release. Like, I haven't seen a release like this from Tokyo Pop that was this nice looking, so I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. And like I said, A Smart and Courageous Child. We have the Spellbook Library by Uta Asaki. This creator is more known for kind of LGBTQ. I think she's had quite a few releases that are asexual themed. That's kind of the theme of the main character. But this one I think is just like a fantasy series. And this is the Spellbook Library. This is released by Kodansha. Next up, we have an actual novel, and that is Junji Ito's Uncanny: The Origins of Fear. So I do almost all my pre-orders from Barnes & Noble, and this one actually was missing. So it's kind of weird. Like, I've ordered so many packages from Barnes & Noble, and I've never really thought about double checking what was inside the box, like matching it up to make sure everything was in there. And I received a package that was supposed to have 5 volumes in it, and this was supposed to be one of them, and it was missing. There was, you know, the box hadn't been opened. It was you know, there wasn't even room for this to fit in that box. But the packing slip said that it was supposed to be in there. So I just emailed them and they resent me another copy. But this just came. I planned to read this in October, but I didn't get this till like the very last day of October. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. I know some people don't like how the cover looks. I actually am not too bothered by it. I think it looks fine. Nice back cover here. But yeah, this is a Junji Ito kind of autobiography. We have a Denpa release under Ninja Volume 4. This series, like most Denpa series, kind of slow to release, but I did really enjoy Volume 1, so I'm just going to keep ordering them when they come out. We have Usatoki Rhetoric Volume 9, another One Piece book series. I can't remember how, I think this one is only a 10-volume series, so looking forward to checking this out. This one was just a blind buy. I had heard kind of good things about this one. Don't read a lot of Villainous series, but I do enjoy Yuri series, so I went ahead and grabbed this one. This one was plastic wrap, so, you know, parental advisory. This is when the Villainous seduces the main heroine. Just looked, you know, I do enjoy Yuri series. This one looked interesting. That cat on the back is funny. And then we have Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen Volume 5. Haven't read any of this series. I've kind of another one where I'm waiting for it to complete, and then I'll pick it up, but I'm sure I will enjoy it since I really enjoy the characters from the main series. And then I also randomly got Trigun Maximum Deluxe Edition. If you remember my last haul when I got the first Trigun Deluxe Edition, I mentioned that it didn't seem like it was going to be my type of series, so I wasn't going to order any more of it until I'd actually read that volume. And I had forgotten that when this was announced, like I pre-ordered both of those volumes at the same time. So here we have this volume. I'm not going to open it again till I read the other volume to see if I'm actually going to enjoy the series. Looks a little more action heavy than kind of what I normally read. So, but they both were supposed to release around the same time, so that's why I had pre-ordered both of them. So I'm keeping this one sealed just in case I don't want it and I want to end up passing this along. Okay, and the final thing I have here is the Vampire Knight Complete Box Set. This was released in October by Viz, and this is an older Shoujo Beat series. I'm blind buying this. I really enjoy box sets. I really enjoy, I definitely want to support them releasing more older series in these new box sets. And so here's what we have here. It is 19 volumes, and then we also got a planner and then an art book. I think these two were already included in some older box set that this series had, if I'm not mistaken. But if you enjoy this series, please let me know in the comments your thoughts on it. But really nice looking release, really nice artwork here on the front. And then here is what the artwork looks like on the back. So that was it. That was everything I picked up from Barnes & Noble. Okay, so that was everything I picked up in the month of October. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or thoughts about anything I picked up, please let me know in the comments. And everybody have a great month of November. Have a great holidays, and I will see you in the next video.